Hi there friends, if you're looking to fine-tune your nutrition for better fat loss, energy, longevity this year, stick around because I'm going to share the 3 foods that I'm aiming to eat more of this year, and spoiler alert, one of them is chocolate. If you're new here, I'm Ginny MacArthur. I'm a nutritionist, trainer, life coach, and my passion is helping women age slim and strong and successful through great nutrition. My goal is to make great food choices easy. So number one thing I'm going to do more of this year is kefir. So kefir it's a fermented food. It's like a drinking yogurt. Now, as you know, if you know me, I don't do dairy. So I choose a plant-based kefir. But the whole thing about kefir is it's full of it's got more probiotics than you would get from yogurt. So I also do kimchi and sauerkraut and that kind of thing. But I think I would benefit from having more kefir in my life. So how do I use it? I put it on my breakfast. So this is my Outlook for Life oat mix with some stewed fruit and some fresh fruit. And I just drizzle it on the top. It's absolutely delicious. I put it in my smoothies. And I also use it, I'll put some in a ramekin and then add some fresh herbs like basil or coriander, or maybe a squeeze of pesto or a little bit of sweet chili sauce, and use it as a dip for my world famous Friday night platters, which I absolutely love to share with people. And this makes a good low calorie dip that's tasty, like I dip poppadoms and veggie sticks in it, but it's great for your gut health at the same time. You can make your own kefir. I have done it in the past. For ease, I'm not doing it now, but I do have a workshop and a recipe in the membership on making it both from almond milk and starting really from scratch using oats, like blending up your own oats and making it that way. And you can use, you can buy a starter or you can just use a probiotic capsule. So there's different ways of doing it. So that is kefir or drinking yogurt. My goal is to get it in every morning, either with my breakfast or my smoothie. And if I miss that, I'm going to use it as a dip or a salad dressing. Second is good old black beans. What have I done with them? Here they are, right in front of me. It's black beans. Why? Because they're high in fiber, and fiber is king, right? Fiber feeds those good microbes, those good gut bugs, protects our gut, protects us from, some cancers, from heart disease, from dementia. I love anything that's blue or black in my diet, because if it's blue or black, it's high on the ORAC score, which means it's high in polyphenols, which are, we used to call them antioxidants, which are really powerhouses, I guess, for anti-aging. So how do I use them? I put them in salads, I make tacos, I whiz them up in the blender with coriander and lime juice for a dip. I actually make black bean burgers, which I use a lot. They don't look pretty, but they're yum. And I freeze them and pull them out for lunches and dinners. And I make a wicked brownie. I make a wicked black bean brownie. If you've never tried it, you must. The moment I'm buying the Ceres. I like these. They're organic and they're in a BPA-free tin, which is always a good thing. For lunches, if I haven't got any whizzed up and I don't have time, I'm a big fan of these little Edgell snack time beans. This one is a black beans with capsicum and charred corn, and this one is with charred corn and lime, which is really nice, and herbs. So that's another easy way to get them in. But they're great just to put through your salads and even into your stir fries, stuff like that. So that's black beans. That's my number 2. And then my number 3 is dark chocolate. How dark? Really, you want it to be, they say 70%, but I reckon it needs to be more like 85%. And as you can see, this one is the 95%. I look for one without emulsifiers. Not a fan of emulsifiers in my chocolate. I want cacao and coconut butter in my chocolate. And this one is under 4% sugar. So obviously there's sugar added, but it's not really high in sugar like some of them. I find that just 1 or 2 squares gives me that dopamine hit. My brain loves it. It's really good, like the polyphenols in it. Like with the other 2 foods we've been talking about, you know, it contains phytonutrients, so that's plant nutrients from the cacao. That is heart protective, gut protective. The polyphenols in chocolate are particularly good for brain. There is some evidence that it may protect against cognitive decline, may protect against Alzheimer's, dementia. Who wouldn't eat chocolate, even if there's just a small chance of that, hey? And you do get that dopamine hit, which it does take away sometimes those cravings for other sweet stuff, because you're getting that hit. So I just do 2 squares. This is the thin one. I'll do a couple of squares at night as a treat. I don't do it every night, but I'm also a big fan of the raw cacao. Again, this is a Ceres organic one. There's fancy ones you can buy, and you can buy it as chocolate drops as well, which is really fancy, but I'm not a fancy kind of a girl. I just have this. And if I make it, I'd probably do it with almond milk, because that's a lower calorie option. But if I'm feeling, you know, especially in the winter, if I want something a bit more decadent, then I'll do it with an oat milk. Quite like this Otis one, the barista one. Again, I look for milks with no emulsifiers. Like my day-to-day milk tends to be the high protein soy. And again, there's no emulsifiers in it. So I quite like that. I don't use a lot of milk. Most of my calcium comes from beans and legumes, leafy greens. But I think if you're going to use a milk, it's a good idea to use one that is calcium enriched. Anyway, back to my point. So I would heat up a cup of this, and I would put a generous heaped teaspoon of the cacao in it, and then I sweeten it with a little bit of maple syrup. And that is a really nice go-to. I'm not sure if I said before, I also do pop this into my smoothies as well. And of course I can use it to make slices and brownies and that kind of thing. I don't do that too often. I think of that as a real treat. You know, baking is a sometimes thing for me. I love to bake, but I also love to eat my baking. So I kind of draw a line under it, and I do it for special occasions, and I do it for other people and really enjoy it. And if I'm cooking for other people, I want to show them love and respect by putting good stuff into their bodies too. I hope this has been useful. The membership is open at the moment. If you feel like come and joining us for more nutrition facts and great recipes and support, and a group of the most amazing women who love and support each other. We have amazing meetups when we get together, both online and person to person. I would love you to come and be part of it. Jump onto the website, have a look, and let me know what you thought about today. And if this kind of video is something that you'd like more of, I'll get set to and make some more. Have a wonderful day, you guys, and look after your microbiota.